Welcome to the Totally Average Gamers podcast, where we talk about stuff in the gaming world that matters to us. I'm Kyle Liddy.
I'm Nathan Berkey.
I just like the simple.
So today we're going to be talking about the new Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Edition, which comes out for the Nintendo Switch this Friday. We're both really hyped for it. Both picked up Switches. We've both been playing Zelda. I've only been playing Zelda, but Nathan's been playing other games. But we're both very hyped for the new Mario Kart. My experience with new Mario Kart games is pretty limited. I played Mario Kart 7 on the DS, which I loved. I actually just recently traded it in because I basically did everything you could possibly do.
Except get the gold stuff.
Yeah, which I don't even... Yeah, I didn't do that, but I beat everything on 150cc and all that stuff. So I went ahead and traded it in because I wanted to get Horizon Zero Dawn, and I knew the new Mario Kart would be coming out this month, so I wasn't too worried about it. And I think they gave me like $22 for it. So I was like, okay, well, I think I can part with it for that. But there's definitely some cool new stuff. I did play Mario Kart 8 a little bit on the Wii U, just with you. But I never owned it. I think I played for maybe like half an hour, but I liked it. It's like any other Nintendo exclusive. It's just really well done. And even though it's not like a realistic racing game, just like, it's weird to say, but like the textures and everything just look amazing. So I'm really excited to see, because I know they're bringing a lot of new stuff that people are excited for, and I'm excited for. So I'll let you go ahead and lead off the discussion.
All right, we have a couple topics here. One of them is the issue people are having right now with the controllers. When I say that, I mean when you're trying to play split screen, I'm assuming on one Switch. So if you want to play with your friend, there's only basically two options that you can do. You can do two Joy-Cons, one per person, or you can do multiple Pro controllers. This has come out, it was on Polygon, and when people are trying to use multiple pairs of Joy-Cons, so like one per person,
one set per person,
one set per
like the
person,
Joy-Con controllers,
it's grayed out on the controller selection for that game. Now, I think that's very weird. So basically, unless you don't want to do two singles together, you basically have to have two Pro controllers, which that's quite expensive. I don't know why they didn't think of anything.
Well, I'm sure they'll fix it. I mean, that's not something... If Nintendo's showed us anything over the years, is that they're not necessarily money hungry. Obviously, they want to make money, but they're not the type of company, because they're more like kid, family oriented, I guess. I don't see them making it so you have to have two Pro controllers to play. I mean, that's not going to fly, I don't think, with the consumer, unless people are just completely satisfied playing with Joy-Cons, which I don't think will be too bad, but it might be kind of nice, like, to be able to use two Joy-Cons, with your Joy-Con controller. Is that what it's called? Joy-Con controller?
I think so.
Yeah. So, like, two people be able to use their separate Joy-Con controllers, because I really don't understand the need for a Pro controller. I mean, maybe it'll change if I ever, become solely a Switch gamer and start playing, like, Call of Duty.
If they ever come
out with it. But for the game, for Zelda, at least for me, the Joy-Con controller is plenty. I mean, it feels just as good as my PlayStation 4 controller does. It could be because I don't have huge hands, something like that. But I don't think that's something that Nintendo will stick with. I'm sure they'll release an update if they can. I mean, I hope it's not like a hardware issue.
Yeah, maybe the Switch is having an issue, like noticing the two sets together.
Yeah, because I guess we haven't tried that.
Yeah.
So that might be like a system-wide thing.
See, now, I was almost sure on the back of Lego City Undercover, it said you had to have two pairs of Joy-Cons to be able to play two players. So maybe I'm thinking of it wrong.
Yeah.
Or whatever, because for some reason I thought you had to have two pairs of Joy-Cons or a Pro controller to be able to do. So I don't know why this would be any different. It makes no sense because if you think about it, if you're playing with somebody who has a Switch, I don't know if they're just thinking that you should also have to use your own Switch or something. I don't know. But
Well, one thing I think is really cool, and we can look into this when we both get the game, I think it's easy to like connect your Switches. So we could probably play like I'm on my Switch, you're on your Switch,
yeah.
as opposed to playing split screen.
Well,
And
if it's
each
anything
user-
like the 3DS, you can easily connect to each other.
Right. I don't know if it's like wireless, but I think it might be. But I know they said it's easy to like connect USB, like connect via USB to other people's Switches. I'm pretty sure.
I think you could just do it like LAN mode.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm sure that's something. If that is a system-wide thing, I'm sure that's something they'll fix. At least I hope.
It'd be very stupid of them if they didn't.
Yeah, and Nintendo isn't stupid, so
Yeah.
unless you, I guess maybe with the Wii U, but that wasn't really their fault.
Yeah, and they
The
came out and
games are
said
still good.
they came out and said that the reason why they were so lackluster on the Wii U is because they had so much progress with the Wii, like sale-wise, and they thought everything was just going to be fire money for them. So that's why they released that, hoping that the name alone was going to carry them. But the issue was, I guess a lot of consumers were like confused on whether or not it was like a new console or what. And it wasn't something that you could easily pick up. I think it was too far ahead for its time. Not like hardware-wise, because it was weaker than the PS3 and the Xbox 360, but
People didn't really know what to do with it.
yeah, because they're like, why do I have this tablet?
I think the Switch is what the Wii U wanted to be.
Yeah, but now they have the technology to...
Yeah, now they have the capability, and they've kind of got like that redemption factor almost. Like their last console wasn't like a lot of people didn't like it, so now people have like high expectations because they know Nintendo historically is so good that people are like kind of giving the Switch a chance. It seems like, so it seems like they've kind of sucked people in that way. Like I bought a Wii. I didn't buy a Wii U because I was into 360 and PS4 and all that.
They were
stuff.
just the experience or the better experience.
Yeah, and it kind of seemed like one thing another reason I didn't buy a Wii U is because I was never, until like the past year when I got my 3DS, I was never a Nintendo fan. Like I was never a fan of the Nintendo exclusives, like the Mario games, Zelda, Pokemon, all that stuff. But just recently in the last year, I've become like a huge fan. So obviously I'll be getting every Nintendo console that comes out now. But that's probably the main reason I didn't get a Wii U, just because I was like, well, I was, just into like, oh, I just want to play Call of Duty. So it was like, when I found out you couldn't really do that, I was just like, well,
What is the purpose?
Yeah. So we kind of got a little off topic there, but basically, just with the issue of the Joy-Con controllers, we hope they fix that. I guess I understand if it's hardwired to do that, and they can't change it, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not like we're going to be doing that often.
Right.
We both have
I
them.
think each person holding a Joy-Con is enough. It might be a little annoying for someone if you have like gigantic hands, but
Yeah, I don't think we know anybody like that really.
right. So it won't affect my experience. So another thing is they're coming out with new characters, new items, and 8 new battle mode maps. So we'll kind of go through that step by step, and I'll let you go ahead and get that started.
See, the thing I'm most excited about for these new battle maps is because in Mario Kart 8, it was such a letdown because the battle maps, they didn't have the battle map. They were like the tracks that you already had and you had to battle on them. And it's like doing a 1v1 in Call of Duty on the largest map on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. So basically you had to just race the track and battle people. And it was so ass backwards and it made no sense. It was like they threw it in as a last second thing. Like, oh, I know that'll be fun. Oh, battle maps. Oh, we don't have any battle maps. Well, I'll just put it on the original tracks. We don't want to spend time. And it felt just so lackluster and thrown in there. And it's so nice to see them go back and they're like, okay, well, we screwed you guys last time. We're sorry. Here you go. And that is probably like my most highly anticipated thing for the new game.
Yeah, I'm excited for there to be like a legitimate multiplayer aspect. I've never. I mean, I've played battle mode. I think on Mario Kart 64, and I think it was on Mario Kart 7, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, but playing multiplayer on Nintendo DS is just awkward. So I've never really had like a legitimate multiplayer experience with a battle mode. So I think that'll be kind of cool. I mean, I would like to see them eventually maybe make it so you can upgrade your cart, stuff like that. Sort of like maybe like make classes or something, like where you can switch your cart mid game or whatever. Make it like an actual multiplayer, like a competitive type of thing. I think that'd be cool. But it'll be nice to have something other than just racing.
Yeah, because that kind of gets boring after a while.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you'll have the multiplayer aspect of racing. You race people online, obviously, which that'll be cool. Which is another thing I never really did, or I've never done on any other Mario Kart. So that'll be sweet.
They're bringing back 200cc, which was first brought out on Mario Kart 8. I touched on it just a little bit while I played, but I only did 1 or 2 races with it. It's too hectic. It's too hard, and it's too quick.
Yeah.
It's almost like 150 is the sweet point. And I understand people wanted it because 150 for them wasn't hard enough. And it's a good addition for the game. But like I said, it's just one of those things where it's not for me. So that's fine. And then the other new thing that they're putting in is called smart steering, which I think is for like the new people.
It's basically kind of like bumpers in bowling.
Yeah, you basically can't fall off the map. It's all
racing
right.
on Rainbow Road isn't the same unless you can fall off the map.
Yeah, so basically this would just be for if you're taking it to a friend's house and they don't know what Mario Kart is, which I don't know anybody out there who wouldn't know what a Mario game is.
I think it's more maybe for like little kids.
Or like grandparents.
Yeah, so you can put it on and not tell your grandparents.
Yeah, that they
make
suck.
them feel good.
Yeah. Also, they're adding in 2 new items, the feather and the boo. They both seem super similar in the reason why they're supposed to be used. The feather is just something that allows you to jump. So you can jump over bananas and shells. I feel like it'd be super hard to time when to jump off for a shell. But the boo seems really good. It's going to be a great addition, in my opinion. You turn invisible, and the description on their website says the same thing. You can miss bananas and shells. But I feel like the boo would be perfect because if you're in first place, I don't know if that would save you from the blue shell, but I think you could legit hit boo, boom, blue shell drops on you. It doesn't affect you at all, and you keep going. I feel like that helps. So,
blue shells are the worst.
Yeah.
It seems like anytime, especially in 150cc, anytime you're in the lead, you always get hit with a blue shell.
Yeah, so this would be really nice. Another good addition is they're bringing it back from Mario Kart Double Dash. You can now have 2 items. So in Double Dash, you could have 2 items because there was 2 people in a cart. So both characters would be carrying 1 item, and you can swap between the 2. But now it just seems smart to just bring it back. It doesn't hurt anything. And if anything, it's going to help you if you're in first place. So that way you can have a sense of defense and attack at the same time. So it could either harm it or help it. So you could have a boo. And then because if you're in first place, you're not going to have good items. So you could have a banana or a green shell. So I feel like that is kind of helpful in that way.
Yeah. I never played Double Dash. Was that on GameCube?
Yeah. It's one of the better ones, Mario Kart games.
Well, that'd be nice if once we get the Virtual Console on Switch, maybe that'll be something you can buy. That'd be sweet. So they're also going to have 48 different tracks, and 4 of them are new. I'm sorry, 48 different tracks and 4 new cups.
Yeah, the new cups. Those were all DLC on the Wii, which we're getting for free. So I remember me and you were talking a while ago. We were thinking about buying them and playing them, but we didn't have a second controller for the Wii U, and we weren't about to go out and buy one because the Switch was coming up.
So do you have all that, all the DLC?
Yeah, everything that came out for the game, you have it on here for free.
So all the motorcycles and different cars. Wow, that'll be sweet.
And the cool thing was every DLC pack came with new characters. So when we go on the characters later in the game or later on this podcast, some of the characters were new for the DLC, but we're not going to be going over them. So like Link is in it now, which he wasn't in it before, which I think is kind of awesome. And you have like a Link bike. So I'm kind of excited to play those new characters that I never got to play before. So basically, if you only played the Wii U version without the DLC, you're getting much more new content than you would be if you bought it and then tried to get the deluxe edition.
Right. So I think it's cool that they'll have 48 different tracks as well, because I think in Mario Kart 7 there were 5 cups, 4 different tracks, so 20.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, more than double.
So it's going to be, I'm assuming, all tracks from every Mario Kart game, plus maybe some new ones.
I don't think there's new tracks. I think it's all the tracks from the DLC in the last game. So I don't know how. I don't know how many of them are old, because I think for every cup there's one old one.
Yeah.
So
that's how it was on Mario Kart 7.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to see the new ones, because when I had it on Wii U, I never played enough to beat the cups to get the other tracks. So there's a lot of tracks that I never played.
Yeah.
And it's because I bought it near the end of the Wii U's life. Well, very end of the Wii U's life. I bought it last year just for shits and giggles. And it was one of those things where like I really enjoyed playing it, but I was too into like Smite and Overwatch. No, I don't think Overwatch is out at the time, but like Call of Duty, kind of stuff like that. So I kind of just put it on the back burner and never touched it again, because I would rather have my Xbox One and my PS4 plugged in.
Right.
So now that it's on the Switch, I tweet the Switch as a bigger thing than the Wii U was.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if it's because it's like the what's the first part of like a relationship with somebody, what they call that?
Honeymoon period?
Yeah, the honeymoon period. I don't know if I'm still in the honeymoon period with the Wii or the Switch.
Yeah.
So, but I carry it with me all the time. Like when I go to school.
Well, I'm scared to carry it in my backpack, but
yeah. Well, I have a special. I don't know why I can't talk.
special
Yeah,
place
I'm
for it.
getting a lisp midway through the podcast. I have a special little pouch in my backpack for like tablets, and I put it in there. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
So
I'm too poor to have one of those. I just use a Kroger bag for my backpack.
a Kroger bag full of rocks.
Yeah. So in addition to the 48 different tracks, they're going to have 42 characters, 5 of which are new. Now, I don't know how many characters were in Mario Kart 7, but I know it wasn't 42, and I don't think there were any new ones. So this will be really cool. The new characters for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are King Boo, Bowser Jr., Dry Bones, and Squid Boy, Squid Girl, which are basically the same thing. Just one's a boy, one's a girl. So it's kind of like Princess Peach and... Who did you say? Princess Peach and...
Daisy.
Daisy, yeah. Basically, same idea, just slightly different. So basically, just between the tracks, the new cups, and the characters, we're getting a ton of content, plus the DLC and all that stuff. It's really, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. Especially, I kind of lucked out because I just recently discovered, which I don't know how it took me so long to figure this out, but if you buy a game on Amazon with Amazon Prime, you get it for $47 or 10% off or 20% off, whatever. So I feel like I'm getting a huge value getting this game, because not only am I getting Mario Kart 8, but I'm also getting all the DLC. And I've just been, so excited for this. And it's going to be so much better now that it's on the Switch, because it'll be, the Mario Kart 8 graphics, but in a handheld, which I think will just be amazing. And I know that's something you really like too, being able to play games on the go.
Yeah.
That adds like a whole nother level of experience, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think, because right now I have just hit 60 hours in Zelda, which I understand is like a lot less hours than other people, but when I'm putting the time between PS4 and this, so I think it's a pretty decent amount. And what I was telling you is, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but when a game is handheld, it makes me want to play it more. So like Skyrim, I put in, I think 80 hours on the PS3 version of Skyrim, and I've put in maybe like 40 hours on the PS4 version of Skyrim. And I was telling you the other day, it's super sad. I will buy it again for the Switch, and I will beat it again just for the sole purpose, or for the sole fact of it, just I can take it anywhere. And I don't know what it is about that stupid little check mark about being portable, but it makes me love games more, because when I'm at home, I want to play like a multiplayer game or something with you guys, and that's about it. But when I'm on the go, that's when I can have my single player experiences, because when I'm waiting for something to load, or if I'm waiting for something to cook, I can sit there and play the Switch. I don't have to be sitting down in a chair playing a game immersed in it. I can get the same experience while I'm doing other stuff. So,
but at the same time, you can plug it in, put it on a TV, and it looks absolutely phenomenal.
yeah, so basically it's the best of both worlds. So if you do want to play it on your TV, you can do it.
Yeah.
And if you want to play it in the car, which me and my girlfriend today went to some mall that was like 46 minutes away, so I basically just played Zelda the whole time.
Yeah. See, I can't do that stuff in the car, but I wish I could.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. So to go back on the Mario characters, there were 30 Mario characters in Mario Kart 8. So that is...
So we have 12 more just from the Deluxe edition?
No. Well, from the DLC, and then you got 5 for the Deluxe. So basically... In Pack 1, which their DLC is super cheap for what you get, because if you think of a Call of Duty DLC, you get 4 maps, and unless like nowadays where you're getting more bang for your buck because you get zombies, it's $15.
Right.
So you would get 4 maps for $15, which is not a lot of content. It was $8 at the time, and you got, for Map Pack 1, it was Link, Tanuki Suit Mario, and Cat Peach. So Cat Peach is from the Mario Kart, or not Mario Kart, Super Mario World 3D World. And you got 2 cups, which is 8 tracks total, which was the Triforce and then the Egg Cup. And then you got 4 new vehicles just for that one. And then in Pack 2, you got Villager from Animal Crossing, Isabelle from, I think, Animal Crossing, and Dry Bowser. And then you also got 4 vehicles and then 8 tracks, which is the... What is it called? The Crossing track, or Crossing...
Animal Crossing?
Cup.
Oh,
I couldn't think of that word. And the Bell Cup.
So basically for $16, you get 16 tracks, 8 vehicles, and 6 characters.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So, and that's what's included. And then the 5 characters are these new characters. Yeah. So basically, when people saying that they're mad that the Deluxe Edition is $60, you're crazy. You're getting... Because you can still go buy Mario Kart for Wii U, and I bet you anything, it's $60.
It is. I just looked the other day,
You're getting so much more extra content. So you're getting the 5 new characters. You're getting the 8 new battle modes. You're getting 2 new items, which I understand isn't like much of a value, but just the battle modes alone, that's a lot of time into a game. You're getting the new characters. I think it's up-resed, like the graphics. And so basically that is $16 added on to your $60 purchase. Then they added the new game mode, they added the new weapons, and they added the new characters.
Yeah.
And it's still $60.
And if you buy it on Amazon, it's $47.
Yeah, the 20% off. So, and it's all on the go or on your TV. You can play it with your friends anywhere you go. It's like Mario Kart 7, but futuristic because it's Mario Kart 7 looked good, but it's going to be amazing, especially on a small screen. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't think I've ever been so excited for Mario Kart, or for a Mario game, or even for a Nintendo game.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this since before I had a Switch, because I only had a Switch for a couple weeks, but I mean, this is when we first heard about the Switch, this is like one of the games I started, I was looking at, watching videos and watching the releases and all that stuff. So I'm super excited for it. So if you can't tell, we're both very hyped for the new Mario Kart game. We're kind of geeking out like little kids over here.
Yeah, and to give everybody an idea, it got a 9.3 on IGN.
Yeah, I just saw that the other day.
So everyone else is thinking the same thing. I think I read somewhere that they said it's the best Mario Kart game to ever come out. People argue Double Dash, but I mean,
Yeah. Either way, I can't wait for it.
yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed. We hope you enjoy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe if you have the ability to pick it up, if you are so lucky to have a Switch. If not, then
We'll give you all the money you need to buy it.
yeah. All you have to do is give us the money first. We'll give it back to you.
Yeah, but we'll give you back less than you gave us.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening. If you want to check us out on YouTube, it's youtube.com/totallyaverage-gamers. You can find us on Twitter, twitter.com/totallyaverage-gamers, and I think our tag is Totally Average Pod.
Totally AVG Pod.
Totally AVG Pod. It's pretty sad that I don't know that off the top of my head. And we also recently made a Patreon. It's patreon.com/totallyaverage-gamers. Obviously, we're not expecting money, but you can get our content there. So thank you for listening.
I just like the symphonies.